Berta holding Arsenal talks to sign special Martinelli replacement. Arsenal drew at home against Premier League champions Liverpool on Thursday evening, extending their lead at the top of the table to 6 points. The overwhelming mood following that one? Disappointment, frustration. It was one of the Gunners' bluntest and most ineffective attacking displays of the term, and between them, the two sides failed to muster even 1 goal's worth of xG. But it's hard to be overly critical. After all, Arsenal stepped onto the Emirates grass riding a 5-match winning run in the Premier League, thus catapulting them into the ascendancy after a tough winter spell that had tripped many rivals at their heels. But closest rivals Manchester City have just unveiled Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo as their shiny new January signing, and Mikel Arteta wants to respond. Arsenal in talks to sign Prem talent. Ahead of the January window, Arteta said that he and Arsenal technical director Berta would be actively looking for ways to improve the first-team squad. After all, it's been 22 years since the Gunners got their mitts on the Premier League title, and in such a strong position at the midpoint, they can ill afford to let this one pass them by. Arsenal could do with some added firepower in attack. Victor Gyökeres hasn't hit the ground running since his summer move, and Gabriel Martinelli extended his barren streak for goals and assists to 12 against Liverpool. Still, this is a top squad, and any improvements may align with the plans to remain at the top for many years. Perhaps that's why Berta has been calling for Wolves prospect Matheus Mane. According to Team Talk, Arsenal have indeed been in talks to sign the 18-year-old winger this month, but Rob Edwards' side have no intention to sell. Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur are among the rival suitors in this battle, but with Martinelli flattering to deceive and Leandro Trossard having turned 31 in December, the Portugal-born winger may see a pathway to the big time in North London. What Mane would add to Arsenal? Mane has been the talk of the town at Molineux of late. The England U18 international has scored in back-to-back Premier League matches for Wolves, with Edwards lauding the sensational gains he has made since stepping up from the academy. Collecting the ball without breaking speed at the Hill Dickinson underscored Mane's potential. Here's a player who has the potential to become a household name for English football-mad families down the line. Much has been made of the dull and direct atmosphere in the Premier League this season, but forwards like Mane get fans off their seat. It's like Saka against Liverpool, zipping this way and that in the first half, beating his man and sending the crowd wild. The right-footed Mane has shown in such short time that he could emulate that, and if Arteta helps bring him to the fore, he could easily end up taking Martinelli's place in the senior squad. The 24-year-old was once called the talent of the century by former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, but he's failed to kick on in recent years, unable to keep pace with Arteta's breakneck pursuit of glory. It's not just that he's lost his way in front of goal. As per SofaScore, the Brazil international is yet to create a big chance in the Premier League this season, and on average, he's completing a dribble once every 2 fixtures. Mane, so young, is fleet-footed and fearless. He has won 5 duels in each of his past 2 Premier League matches, an illustration of a wider technical quality that stretches beyond the composure to finish in the danger area. He's a special player, all right, as has been said by journalist Bence Bochak. It's obviously too early to start claiming Mane would displace Martinelli in Arsenal's starting lineup, but he's got all the ingredients to play a part over the coming years before reaching physical and technical apotheosis under one of the most intelligent and shrewd tacticians in the game. If Martinelli doesn't buck up his ideas, he's going to find his opportunities diminish. Arsenal transfer news. £60 million Newcastle deal eyed as phone call made to German giants. Arsenal have moved a move in the transfer market, but could yet be planning to make a splash with multiple irons in the fire in North London for January and beyond. The transfer window is more than a week old, and Arsenal are seeing no shortage of transfer links. A busy summer might mean that the Gunners are not desperate for deals, but they appear to have some irons in the fire. Mikel Arteta's focus is firmly on achieving success this season, with the North London side holding a 6-point advantage at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal lead Manchester City despite being held at home against Liverpool. Arteta has been impressed with his side's consistency, but also wants more. "We want to continue to improve and learn, and every game is an opportunity to do that," he said after Liverpool. "So tonight as well, against the actual champions, let's not forget that. They are an incredible team, and today we have to reflect on that. Tomorrow we go again because we have another game on Sunday." Could a new signing help maintain the standards? We'll have to see as Mirror Football look at the latest transfer news and rumors. Pep Guardiola makes Arsenal-Liverpool confession and reveals mistake Man City can make. Arsenal issued transfer statement as agreement officially reached before move. Arsenal eye Newcastle star. Arsenal are interested in signing Newcastle fullback Tino Livramento, according to The Sun. The World Cup hopeful has 2 years remaining on his contract at St. James's Park and has recently come back from injury. A £60 million fee is claimed to have been touted last summer, but the Gunners will likely face competition from longtime admirers Manchester City. Both clubs will hope the Magpies are amenable to a deal, with no contract talks having been made public. In November, Livramento stated that negotiations over a new deal had not yet begun. "That's nothing that I'm in control of," he said. "I leave that to my dad, to my agent. For me, I've been out for 7 weeks. I've been working really hard to come back and help the team. I'm very happy with how I've played against Man City. That's my focus, staying where I'm at now. That's always been my focus, helping the team as much as I can." Arsenal agree loan deal. Arsenal have confirmed that young midfielder Louis Copley has joined Crawley Town on loan after signing a new deal with the Arsenal. Copley is making his first foray into senior football in League Two, after previously being an unused substitute in Arsenal's away win against Club Brugge in the Champions League in December. The length of the 19-year-old's new deal was not revealed, as he heads out after making 14 academy appearances this term. Gunners pick up the phone. Arsenal have made contact over Borussia Dortmund youth Ronio Ritter. The 17-year-old is already attracting admirers and has also been the subject of contact from AC Milan, per Sky Germany. Ritter is still under contract in Dortmund until 2028, but has prompted calls from some of Europe's giants, it is claimed. The left-footed defender has featured twice for Dortmund's second team and been a regular at under-17 and under-19 levels. "I'm worried," Alan Smith says 2 transfers could cost Arsenal the Premier League title. Alan Smith is worried that Manchester City's January transfer window business could cause problems for Arsenal in the Premier League title race. Mikel Arteta's side had the opportunity to move 8 points, 8 clear at the top of the table after City were held to a 1-1 draw against Brighton on Wednesday. But the Gunners were unable to break down a dogged Liverpool side, drawing 0-0 at the Emirates on Thursday. Arsenal are still 6 points clear of the table, with Roy Keane suggesting Arteta's side remain red-hot favourites to win the club's first league title since 2004. But Smith has a nagging suspicion that Manchester City's side could come on even stronger in the second half of the season. In particular, the former Arsenal striker fears that the signing of Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo, as well as the rumors linking City with a move for Crystal Palace defender Mark Gahey, would make City a far more formidable force for the rest of the campaign.